point in trading actually. If you can see my previous videos, I'm already explaining about market conditions and what is happening in the world geopolitically and such. So, um, the main platforms that are there to trade on are the MT4 and the updated MT5. You can see you can download either. In this instance, I have the MT4 set up right here. So we're just going to go ahead and install the MT4. Let's give that a second. So the idea here is that CFD trading is a bit different than actually buying and owning shares or stocks. Okay, CFD stands for contract for difference. You're basically um, trading the potential movement that you're expecting in the market. Okay, it can be either a positive
Incoming
or
mail.
a negative movement. Okay, so once you download the MT4, you'll come up automatically with all of these options right in front of you. Okay, you can see there's an account right here. You can see different assets. So, um, to start off, let's go ahead and close these charts. Okay, and let's go to trade. You see, we've got 10,000 euros here, demo account. Okay, anybody can get this if you're just starting out to trade. Okay, so first of all, we want to try to look at the asset classes. Here we're looking at forex pairs. The first pair that we have, one of the most famous pairs, is the Euro USD. It's the Euro against the United States dollar. Okay, so in this you have bid and you have ask, right? So let's say we have buy and we have sell. This is the quantity that I'm taking. So if I want to have a look at the chart, I left click on the mouse, I click chart window, and we have a chart that's right here. Okay, fantastic. So, sorry for that. So here, again, if let's say we want to try to have a look at the euro dollar, it says you see euro dollar. You can double click on it. You can choose the quantity. The smallest size you can go is 001, is 1,000. Okay, based on your leverage, we can try to explain those. But basically, that's the smallest trade you can go on a forex account. So for this instance, I'm just going to take a 0.1. Okay, a lot. If you hear people saying lot, that's a lot. Okay, it's 100,000. So 0.01. We have in front of us buy and sell. If the expectation of the market, okay, let's say you want to take a trade. If you expect the euro to go up, you can buy the euro, okay? And if you expect the euro to go down in value, like it's done today, okay, you can sell the euro. Basically, when you sell the euro, you're saying the euro will weaken against the US dollar. When you buy the euro, you're saying that the euro will strengthen against the US dollar, okay? Let's try to stay on this chart for a moment here and go over what are the options here. Okay, we have a course here that we can try to basically have a look at the prices. Okay, on the bottom you can see the time. On the right you can see the price for the asset. Okay, so based on my cursor I can try to move up and down to try to see the price on that specific date. Okay, here I'll go back to my mouse. Okay, I can decide to either have a smaller or a much wider look at the smaller time frames here available. Okay, Here are the different time frames. Each candle that you see here represents a specific candle. So if I change to M1, every single candle here represents 1 minute. If I change to M5, every single candle, you see M5 is all the way back to November 9, but if we go M15, November 8, each candle is 15 minutes here. Depending on the time frames and depending on your trading style, you choose a different time frame. Most famous ones I would say would be the daily chart to see what's happening every single day, and then the 4 hour chart and 15 chart, and for some people even a 5 and 1 minute chart. It really depends on your trading style. Okay, so let's go ahead and, for example's sake, okay, take a trade. We're expecting the euro to weaken further based on what we can see. This is a demo account, okay? So just so you can see, we've got a trade running right here. The balance is at 10,000 still. The equity is my balance minus my trade or plus my trade, depending on what's happening here. So in this instance, 28 cents. See, now it's in profit. The equity is higher than the balance. If the trade is in profit, your equity is bigger than your balance. If your trade is in minus, like, then it's the opposite. So we went over the different time frames. We went over how you can scroll. Let's say we want to try to have a look at different assets. We can go to symbol, and right in front of us, you can see here are all the different forex pairs available. You can trade on any of those that you'd like. The most famous ones are the euro dollar, the pound dollar, USD CHF, USD CAD, AUD USD. Those are the major forex pairs, and that's where the spread most of the time is at the lowest as well. In comparison to USD SEK or USD ruble, the spread, which is the difference between the buy and sell, would be much higher. So let's go ahead and say we want to try to have a look at some metals like gold. So how do we do this? We can do click to add and type in the symbol itself, or we can go again left click, symbols, and come to metals in this instance and say show symbol. If you want to simplify things, you can simply just drag and the chart changes. You see there is no longer the trade here. This trade is still running, but now we're looking at the XAU USD chart, which is gold against the dollar. Okay, this is how you can go between charts. Again, if you want to open a position, so in this instance, every time you type in the option, you can see here it's 1 ounce of gold here. That's 10 ounces of gold. That's 100 ounces of gold. You always want to try to practice on demo to understand position sizing and everything. Okay, let's go back to the euro dollar. Let's Okay, this is the zoom out. As you can see, zoom in. The charts that we're using are candlestick charts. Okay, and let's say we don't like the way it looks, we can again left click on the chart itself, come to properties, and change the colors. This is the one that I usually like to have a look at. Just with the black background as such. Okay, you can change it to your liking. There's no problem at all. Okay, this is basically the very brief introduction to the market and how you can get yourself a bit familiar with it. Okay, when it comes to choosing brokers, there are different brokers that are there, but if you are just at the beginning point before thinking of choosing a broker, I would suggest to, download this. It takes a few minutes, play around. open a few trades, as it's a demo, you can just go ahead and close a trade as well. See. All right, let's try to close it into a profit. It was just in profit right now. Again, and at the demo account, you want to try to understand different maneuvers, different ways it works. You can see exposure level here. It says margin level is high. When this goes, depending on the broker you're trading with, down significantly, your trade will liquidate. Okay, so your trade will automatically close. You see, we waited and now we're in a bigger minus. This does happen a lot in trading as well. Again, this demo account here is based for you to try to understand. We'll go ahead and close the trade in the next few seconds if it doesn't go in our favor, just so you can try to understand how is it in the history section. So you can see times, market. On this instance, you can see the open time, okay, the specific ticket number, the direction in which the trade was opened. In this instance, we're selling the euro. The volume 01 and the entry price from which we sold. Okay, one moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this trade. Okay, see, trade closed, balance and equity are the same now. They don't move any further because there is no open positions. Come to history, we can see again 01, entry time 36, exit time 42, position change profit or loss, this instance minus $1. So I just want to explain how the take profit and stop loss work. So we're going to go ahead and take another trade right here. You see nothing is moving here because I'm still on the history section. We come back to trade. We see we have another trade running right now. Every trade you open will start in a minus because there is a spread. Again, the difference between the bid and ask, or between the buy and sell. So in this instance, let's say I want to go ahead and take a position and leave it. I don't want to sit around the computer. I'm saying that I'm willing to risk. I'm willing to say that I'm willing to lose this amount of money for this position. Okay, let's say $5 I'm willing to lose. And because it's a sell position, the further it goes up, the more money you are in minus, right? So we go up, we can see $4, 4 euros, sorry, and 5. So if we bring the mouse as it is on the cursor here, and we hover above it for a minute, we can see profit or loss in this instance at minus 5 euros. So when the price for this asset reaches here, the system will automatically close the position. This is a stop loss. Now, in this instance, for a take profit, okay, which means that if the price goes down to a level that I'm happy with, so I'm saying, okay, I'm risking $5, 5 euros. I would be happy if I make in return 10. Okay, so risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. I can leave it at this instance. So if I leave the computer, turn it off, go to work or whatever, if the euro dollar pair reaches either of these directions, the position will automatically either close in a minus or close in a profit. Okay? Again, this is a sell position. I want to try to take another example and show you on a buy position. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the same 01 buy position. So in this instance, we're saying that we're expecting that the pound will strengthen against the US dollar. Okay? Again, it's a demo account. Nothing here is financial advice. Simply trying to explain to you how the way it works. So, take profit on a buy position. This means that if the market goes up on the pound US dollar on this pair, we're in the money. You can see we have a sell position on one asset, euro US dollar, and we have a buy on this specific pair. So on a buy, Let's say again we want to risk $5 here, right? So that would be somewhere about here. So you can play around with it, it shouldn't be a problem. So €5.33 I'm willing to risk on this position. And again, with a risk to 1 to 2 ratio, we're looking at a potential profit of about €10.43. So now I have two positions opened. Okay, if I want to try to go in between both, I can. So I have the GBP. If I want to open another chart so I can go in between them, I can again left click on this one, click chart window. You can see we want to come back to properties with the left click here and go color on white. Okay, and here again we're looking at the Euro USD. We have a sell. You can see the position Euro USD on sell is in profit 30 cents. Okay, if I want to come back to my other position to try to see at GBP USD, I come to GBP USD, I can see this position is in minus. I can choose the different time frames that I would like to see. Again, each chart has its different one. As you change, you can see it will change up here as well. And on the euro dollar as well, same thing. This will not change unless you change it yourself. You can see both of the positions here are almost, well, they were at almost the same level. So we're at zero. We're losing some, we're winning on the other. Straight break even on the positions. This is basically the intro of how you can start to get yourself a bit more familiar with the MT4 platform, which is what most brokers nowadays use. If you have any questions, you can reach out via Instagram and you can leave a comment. I hope this was helpful. If it was,